What's up everybody? Welcome back to another Shop Talk Tuesday. So if you're new to this video series, what this is all about is a commentary based type thing where I talk about a comment, answer a question, then we go into what we have working in the background that's not going to make it into the Friday build videos. Plus we'll talk about what will be making it into the Friday build videos. And then we go into a viewer's knife section where I talk about a viewer's knife. If y'all remember to send me a picture of one of your knives. And then we go into a tool that I use on a daily basis that makes my life easier as a creator. I tell you what it is, why it makes my life easier, and where you get it from. Now, let's go ahead and start off with the comment section right here from Explore Just. Now, there's a few things in this, but the gist of it is talking about getting a family member's file or rasp and turning it into a usable tool for them, like a knife. And doing heirloom knives like that are absolutely awesome. Y'all have seemed to absolutely love that video where I turned that file into an heirloom knife for that guy's son from his dad's file. So in the bottom, this is where the actual like question type thing is. He says that he's going to go ahead and get some files and use them as practice to make knives, and that he was wondering if I have any tips for a novice knife maker. Now, what I'm going to do, Explore Just, is just kind of focus in on the file aspect of this because that's what you're planning on doing with your knife making at the beginning. So I've got three main things that I think will help you out, hopefully. First one would be the brand of the knife, or the file. So I use Nicholson and Simmons files whenever I'm making my file knives, and then I use typically a save edge rasp whenever it comes to making my Farrier's rasp knives, just because they're easier for me to get a hold of, and you can get those at pretty much any Tractor Supply or farm ranch store, things like that. But those are the brands that I use. Now guys, if y'all use different brands or y'all have good luck with other types of files and rasps, go down in the comment section and tell me what they are and why you like them and what success you've had with them. Now, when it comes to the second part of this, if you have the ability to do this, anneal the steel and reheat treat. The reason why I say that is files are absolute hell on your abrasives and your drill bits. If you do not anneal them, you're going to go through a lot of drill bits trying to drill the holes for the pins for the handles. Now, whenever I made my first knife, this right here, that little knife right there, I went through 3 drill bits drilling these 3 holes. So $10 a pop, yeah, it was kind of expensive. But if you would, just think about annealing and reheat treating. It is very easy to reheat treat files. Most of them heat treat just like 1080 through 1095. It's a real simple process. There's lots of videos on heat treating those things, and it's, like I said, real easy. But if you cannot anneal and reheat treat, just make sure that when you're working with it, now this is my third point, make sure that whenever you're working with the files that you're keeping them cold. So constant dipping in water or using a spray bottle to keep the steel cool while you're cutting it, while you're doing your bevels, things like that, because you can get it too hot and it will actually take and anneal the hardness completely out of it, and you will end up with something that cannot hold an edge. So just make sure you're paying attention to the temperature of your steel whenever you're cutting them if you're not going to heat treat that particular file. So those are the 3 things that I would leave you with for this particular question and comment. Now, I've got plenty of other videos showing how I do my bevels and how I do different things with jigs, and I've got plenty of knife videos where you can see how I do a lot of different things with knives. So if you have any other questions about that, you can just check out one of the other videos. But when it comes to making file knives, those are the 3 main ones that I'll talk about. So the brand name that you're going to be working with, the annealing and reheat treating, and if you're not going to anneal and reheat treat, keeping your steel cool. Those are the big tips for somebody who's just getting into making knives and wants to make a knife out of a file. Now, let's go ahead, hop into the next part of this. So what we have working in the background that's not going to be making it into the Friday build videos. So I've got some axes that I'm going to be restoring and doing the actual handles for these. I'm going to do them by hand. Now, I'm not going to be doing these axes on the Friday build videos. There's a few different ones. These are old German axes that I got from my stepdad. I'm just redoing them for that and just practicing with them and trying them out because I am going to be making a Viking style axe, something that might be a bearded axe or something like that, something really cool. I am going to be doing that, and I am going to be showing y'all on a Friday build video here in the future, me making that. So that will be coming up, but those particular axes right there are things that I'm working in the background that won't be making it into the videos. Now, what will be making it into the Friday build videos is a couple of things. For one, it's coming up Friday. I'm going to have the video for this little guy right here. I call it the toucan. It's a cool little acid etched ironwood little knife right there. I'm going to be doing the knife sheath, everything in that video, so be looking forward to that. And then in the Friday after that, we're going to be doing the spear point finally. So this is one of the ones that I'm working on right now. This has a bevel here, and a bevel here, and I'm going to be sharpening this whole edge plus the edge all the way back to here. So it's going to be an actual spear point. This is going to be a cool knife setup. This is something that my wife had told me that she thinks I should make, and I ended up making it. She picked out the handle scales. I haven't even seen them yet. I will see them whenever I actually really get into finishing that video, and y'all will see my kind of reaction to those. But that's what we have working coming up and for the next couple of Fridays. Now let's go ahead, hop into the viewer's knife section. So for this one, this knife is by David Sizemore. He has sent me a few pictures of knives. I'm going to do one of them in this video and then another one in an upcoming Shop Talk Tuesday. But for this one right here, so this is a beautiful knife, absolutely beautiful. It's a clip point Bowie style knife made out of 1095 steel with bloodwood handle scales and aluminum pins. Now what he did with the blade was he acid etched it and then stone washed it, which I think gives it a really good contrast from the blade to the actual red bloodwood scales that are on there. So there's a couple of things that make this knife unique. Now that's one, he does them by hand. So the bevels are all done by hand with a file jig, and it's just absolutely awesome that he does that. It's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time to do it, so a lot of props for that. And then the bevels go all the way to the actual edge, so there is no secondary bevel where the edge is. It's all one bevel down to a razor's edge. Then one of the cool things that he did was he actually heat treated it with coal in his grill. So this isn't a traditional coal forge that he heat treated it in. He just got coals, got them as hot as he could, got it in there, and heat treated it. He says it turned out amazing, the heat treat, so that's unique. There's all kinds of different ways to heat treat steel, and if that works, awesome. So David, that thing turned out awesome. I like the way it looked. I like the contrast from the blade to the bloodwood handle scale, so keep it up. And I will be showing one of your other knives that you did in one of the upcoming Shop Talk Tuesdays, so be looking forward to that, David. Now, let's go ahead and talk about a tool that I use on a daily basis that makes my life easier as a creator. Now, this particular tool is one that was one of my first forging tools that I had actually made for me. This right here is my rounding hammer. So this right here was made by Walberg Forged. So it's not Walberg Forged, it's Walberg Forged. I'm going to leave a link for his website in the description below, but this is my 2 1/4 pound forging hammer. The other hammers that I have are like your Harbor Freight specials that I went and I actually refinished and resurfaced the heads on so that they didn't mar up the steel that I'm doing. But this is an actual rounding hammer that I got from him, handmade, hand forged for me here, 2¼ pound, and I absolutely love it. I am getting a 3 pound and a 4 pound made from him, so that's going to be really cool. He doesn't know that I'm getting those from him yet, but he will. Now, this one right here, I'll tell you, one of my favorite things about this is it just puts in work, and it has helped my hammer control a ton because everything is how it's supposed to be. It's even, everything. So whenever I come down, it comes down correct. The downside to the Harbor Freight ones is the way that the handle's shaped, it's actually tilted a little bit from the head. So some of the times whenever I'm swinging that, it'll glance off because it's not coming flat down like this. It's angled a little bit, and I don't like that. This just comes out exactly how it's supposed to every single time whenever I'm coming down on it. So I definitely appreciate this. If you're thinking about getting into forging, I would suggest you get a decent rounding hammer. You can get cross pin hammers, you can get all kinds of different hammers, but a good rounding hammer will take you a long way, and I absolutely love that. It does everything that I need it to do. So like I said, if you're thinking about getting into forging, actually check out his website because he does all kinds of different tools, all kinds of different hammers, all kinds of different blacksmithing tools, tongs, everything. So go check that out. Like I said, the link will be in the description below. And this is not a affiliate link or anything like that. I'm not sponsored by him in any way, shape, or form. All of these things that I show y'all, the tools that make my life easier as a creator, none of them are sponsored, at least not yet. And if I do ever get a sponsor that wants to do something like that, I will let y'all know that it's a sponsor or an affiliate thing, so that y'all, have some clarity on what I'm doing. And guys, there's something that I wanted to talk about, and if you stayed at this point, I'm happy about that. So the channel has blown up a lot. I know that I'm not at 100,000 subscribers or anything like that, but we did just hit 1,000 subscribers. We went from about 150 subscribers 4 weeks ago, and it took me a year to get that, to 1,000. That is just amazing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a giveaway knife. So I'm going to do a knife and sheath, and the way that that's going to work, all you need to do is say that I'm in for the giveaway, or I'm in for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. However you want to do it, just say I'm in for the giveaway. There is one big thing, and it's for the continental US. So within the states here, because shipping is expensive, I'm not going to make y'all pay for any of that. And there's all kinds of different rules and regulations. Shipping something that could be considered a weapon, like a knife, overseas or into different countries. So it's going to be within the United States. If you say that you're in and you're not within the United States, I will have to pick someone else. So what will happen is, if you say you're in and you win, I'll pick you and I'll have you email me your information, address, name, all that stuff, and we'll go from there. So guys, let me know if you're in for the giveaway, and I will show y'all what the knife looks like on the next Shop Talk Tuesday. But guys, that's pretty much the end of this one. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button so you get notified of whenever I make things like this right here, that stuff right there, this stuff over here, stuff like that. And if you haven't yet, hit the thumbs up button and like this video. And guys, share this video or share a video that I've done in the past that might be your favorite. And other than that, man, thank y'all for coming by. Thank y'all for all the subscribers that I've gotten in the past year and a half. And guys, y'all have an amazing day. I'll catch y'all next time.